Freedom, consent, human rights. What those words mean to me. Humans have a right to consent and freedom at a baseline. Humans have the right to have agency over their bodies, their minds, their identities, and their souls. When that freedom infringes on the consent and free will of another, that is not only a human rights violation, it is a universal violation. It is a violation against universal law. I saw a post that said, "We need leaders not in love with money, but in love with justice. Not in love with publicity, but in love with humanity." While this message does resonate as truth, I would suggest that we do not need a group of leaders. We've seen and are continuing to see what manifests when a group convinces themselves and the masses that due to their authoritative positions, they not only have the right to abuse those positions and commit crimes against humanity while denying and evading accountability and using coercive control and illusions to further abuse the individuals they have systematically enslaved. But they also reserve the right to profit off of the suffering of others, while being the loudest and most steadfast in speaking out against the very injustices they are complacent in and directly involved in creating. When entrusted with the expectation of protecting and serving the public, namely the vulnerable population, they instead exploit, discredit, silence, enslave, and harvest off the backs of the innocent. What it means to lead. This is not a time that we need a leader or a savior to entrust with our freedom, sovereignty, and consent. It is my belief that we are in desperate need of every individual in the collective whole of humanity to step into their own leadership positions, for it is our innate right as human beings to lead our own experiences. We all have a very personal and unique path back to self, which intrinsically leads and connects us back to source. The source in which all was birthed and returns. We have the opportunity and choice to unlearn the false programming and long integrated lack mentality that has kept us seeking and not being. That disconnects us from who we truly are and where the source of our life essence comes from. Where that source essence originates. The more you explore and come to understand yourself, you simultaneously connect to and come to understand Source, God. Since Source is all, the ability to exist within and move from that space with that knowing creates a perceptual depth and advantage. What you then can see outside of yourself becomes a lot more clear as to what's going on outside of you. I enter over and understand that no one can walk that path for you, but it is in choosing that direction and path to self that makes you a true leader. Those who are walking towards and connecting with self are connecting with truth. Those who are connecting with truth are connecting with Source, with God, for God is truth. I encourage you all to not only be your own leaders of discernment, but to be your own leaders of your experience. If we all lead, we all reach an infinite number of destinations, and each fractal helps manifest a reality of abundance, because truth is enough for all. Because there is enough for all. This lack mentality, this system that we have all collectively constructed, it's an illusion. There's enough for everyone. There's more than enough. We overproduce. We overproduce and then we just throw it away. We are sucking our earth dry of all of its natural resources to create more for people who are entrapped in the illusion that they don't have enough and that they constantly need, and that they must get and must have in order to feel fulfilled. When in reality, if they reconnect with their self, then they will feel fulfilled, and those things will come to them effortlessly. Because at a soul level, that's all you really seek. And there's this illusion cast that these things are going to make you feel fulfilled, but that's not what your soul is yearning for. It doesn't seed or feed your soul. Only connecting with your soul, with source, with truth, can feed you. So, anyways, so there is enough for everyone. It's a truth. But you are sovereign, and that is why you deserve and are, just at a baseline, you are innately, you're innately deserving of that truth. You are sovereign because you get to choose from a place of informed consent. If you are not receiving truth, and you most certainly are not, then you have not consented to this experience. And you are not a slave to a system you never consented to being a slave to. But the only way out is in. So, that's the seed I have for you all. Take it or don't take it. I'm still shoving it in the earth and watering it, and I'm going to watch it grow. But do with that information, I guess, whatever you feel guided to. I am sending you all I'm sending you all so much love from the universe and beyond, from the universe and from within. Have a wonderful day.